Hi guys, today we are going to be talking about your degree plans and what you need to do for your major, because we have talked previously in our classes and in the videos that you're in charge of your education. You're the one who's taking responsibility for your actions, picking your classes, that type of thing. It has to be within the degree plan, but everything about the college experience essentially begins and ends with you and your decisions. So we need to make sure that you're informed. That way, when you walk into your advising appointment to sign up for your classes for spring, you know what you want to do and what you need to do in the next couple of years to make sure that you graduate. So I need you to go to tsc.edu. We're going to go to academics, and you're going to click on degrees, certificates, and awards. Again, academics, degrees, certificates, and awards. This brings up all of the possible associate degrees and then our certificates. If you're doing a certificate, they are down here. You just have to scroll. Sorry if this is making you sick. I'll scroll back up to the top. This is where all of our programs are held and all the information for them. So we are in the academic year 2020-2021. As long as you started this semester here at TSC, you're going to be using 2020-2021, this last column to the right. You're going to find your degree and we're going to click on it. I'm going to choose Paralegal Studies, click on it, and it brings up my degree plan. This is the suggested degree plan for paralegal studies, and it tells you what you want to be taking during the first year fall semester, first year spring, then fall and spring. This is if you are on the 2-year plan. Most students are not on a 2-year plan because you're not going to be taking 5 or 6 classes a semester. That is not manageable in most of our schedules, and it's not manageable with the other things that we have going on in our life that take time. So this will be different for you. You're going to work with your advisor and faculty in your program to make sure you're on the right track. However, we need to make sure that you know what we're doing. All of these classes are in blue because they're hyperlinks. You can click on it to get a better description of what it's going to be. So for instance, BCIS tells me it's a business computer application. And it tells me briefly what I'm going to be doing in that class. And it tells me that it is lecture-based, 3 credit hours. We meet 3 hours during the week. They have other legal analysis, paralegal classes, Comp 1. If you click on Comp 1, it's a little bit longer because it gives you more requirements. For instance, a C or better is required to pass, just like your entry-level math. Prerequisite: you must be TSI Met in reading or writing, or have passed INRW 0422, or be enrolled in one of those COREC courses. And there's the online courses as well. Okay, so some of these classes do have prereqs, especially later on in your studies. So for instance, if I chose, oh, not that one. Here we go. Let's go with the last legal. There we go. So this one is the cooperative education legal assistant paralegal. Notice all of these prerequisites. You would expect that because you are at the very end of the program. But that means I have to have 1, 2, 3, 4 classes completed before I can take this class. You will need to look at the prereqs for the classes that you want to enroll in before you register, because if you don't meet the prereqs, you're not going to be able to take it. Another thing I want you to note is this one down here where it has XXX blah blah blah. And it says language, philosophy, and culture, creative arts. I'm going to come back to that in a second because almost every degree plan is going to have this. But this is what the paralegal one looks like. I'm going to take us to the general studies one real quick. This one is a little bit more chaotic because it's general studies. It says that you need to satisfy the 42-hour core curriculum. And that's pretty much it. It tells you have to take Comp 1 and Comp 2. It has to take a math, component area option, and elective, but those are the X's, and you're like, what the heck is going on? You are not just going to take the classes that are highlighted in blue. There's more work to be done. But before I get into that, I want you to find your degree plan and you are going to download it because you need to save it to your computer to be able to do the next step. So let's say that you've downloaded it. The next thing I want you to do is you are going to highlight all of the classes that you have already completed, because I know some of you have dual or AP or you took a summer class. So anything that is already completed or that you are currently enrolled in. To do that, if you open it up in your PDF reader, at the top there's a highlight button. You can do this all online or on your computer, so you don't have to worry about printing it out and then highlighting it yourself. Of course, I would press an incorrect button. There we go. Get your highlighter, and then you're just going to highlight the classes that you are currently enrolled in or have already taken. So let's say I am in my business computer, I'm in my introductory to legal professions. Highlight the whole thing here. Should probably highlight the blue, but it's okay. And let's say I am in Comp 1, and that's what I'm taking this semester. I took a math class previously over the summer. If I did that, I would highlight my contemporary class. So you can have something that is not in the correct order if you have it already transferred in or your advisors helped you out. Now let's talk about all this XXX stuff. So going back to the paralegal, said language, philosophy, culture, and creative arts. I'm going to post this file for you, but this is the core curriculum. This is what I was talking about with the Gen Studies. You need 42 hours in the core curriculum. Communication, you're going to need 6 hours. Most people need Comp 1 and Comp 2. The technical and business writing, that is going to be for like the paralegal. So you'll take Comp 1 and the technical business writing. Math, we need 3 credit hours. Depending on what your program is, you will need a different math course. If you are in computer science or the sciences, you're going to have a whole bunch. Life and physical science, you need 6 credit hours, which means you would need 2 of the lectures, and then you'll probably wind up having labs with it if you want to transfer. Oh, there it was. Language, philosophy, and culture. This was the XXX thing on the paralegals. You need 3 credit hours of this, which means you need to choose any one of these classes. And this is where you get to decide what you like best. If you really like Brit Lit, you can take British literature. American literature tends to be really fun. I'm just going to throw that out there. I know the instructor that normally teaches it. They do Stephen King, among all kinds of other stuff. It's normally a really good class. I'm not even a huge fan of Stephen King, even though The Shining was awesome. But we have the creative arts, 3 credit hours, and you get to choose from any of those classes. American history, you need 6 credit hours, which means you choose 2. Some of your programs require the U.S. history. Some of them offer either U.S. history or the Mexican American history. Everybody has to take the government poli-sci classes. Then social and behavioral sciences, 3 credit hours. You get to choose which one of the 3 that you want. Most people tend to go with psych or soc. Macroeconomics is more when you are going into business areas. And then your component area option, the CAO, we have 6 credit hours, which means you get to choose 2 of these. And it continues on. So your public speaking and your speech is a CAO. So again, I'm going to go back this time to general studies. And again, you are going to highlight what you are currently in. If you are currently in a CAO component area option, in the comment section of your submission, I want you to write which of these classes for your CAO you are currently in. That way you don't think that you get to take them later on. With your general studies, you're going to have electives in there. That's normally because this general studies is for you to transfer. So that is going to be more specifically geared towards your future program at the university. Again, take the highlighter and simply highlight what classes you are in or have already completed. Make sure that you save it. And then you'll be able to upload this for your submission.